I'm sorry for the sudden notice and for any inconvenience it may cause, but I have decided to resign effective today. Sincerely appreciate all the support and guidance everyone has provided, thank you. As I lowered my gaze, my colleagues in the same department gave me a warm round of applause. When I looked up, I noticed Laura smiling smugly at the door. My name is Rachel and I'm a 28-year-old office worker. I get along well with my many peers, and we still go out for drinks often. Among these peers, Jason and I clicked particularly well, and we got married 2 years ago. However, recently, I've started to feel that something is off with Jason. Hey, considering our careers, don't you think it's time we seriously start thinking about having kids? Isn't it a bit early? You're busy with your job, right? And I can't really see myself taking paternity leave. Given our ages and careers, I really want to have our first child soon. Remember, before we got married, we agreed we wanted kids while we're still in our 20s. Did we? I don't think we need to plan everything out. Things will happen when they happen. Jason brushed off the conversation and left the room, ending the discussion. Lately, he's been avoiding any talk about children or the future. He used to be more eager about having kids than I was, but now, he's changed. After much thought, I decided to consult with a few of my peers. Then, a colleague from a different department shared some rumors and sightings about Jason. I heard from someone in Jason's department that he became the mentor for a new female employee, Laura. That reminded me, Jason had mentioned something similar at home. This year, I ended up being the mentor for a new girl. I have to be careful not to get accused of harassment just because she's a woman. That's important, but watch out, she might come onto you. If you cheat, I'll make sure to get a hefty settlement. Don't say scary stuff like that. I'm all about you, Rachel. I remember us laughing off the joke. The topic came up a few times, but eventually stopped being mentioned. Is Jason still mentoring her? Yeah. But lately, everyone says Laura is too familiar with him. They're just supposed to be mentor and mentee, but aren't they too close? I haven't seen anything definitive, so it was hard to say anything to you, Rachel, sorry. No, I appreciate your concern. Actually, someone spotted them together in a hotel district not too far from here. I thanked my colleague and decided to discreetly gather more information. Since then, Laura from another department started showing up where I was. Hi there, is Rachel around? I'm Rachel. What can I do for you? Oh, you're Rachel? Jason's wife? Nice to meet you. I've been getting work guidance from Jason. Since he's been so helpful, I thought I should properly introduce myself. I'm Laura, pleased to meet you. Yeah, nice to meet you. Her saccharine voice made me exchange greetings somewhat reluctantly. From then on, Laura frequently made her presence known to me. At first, I was nervous she had caught on to my investigations, but it seemed she was just trying to assert her dominance. Jason's pretty handsome, isn't he? Aren't you worried about him cheating? I trust Jason. Wow, that's amazing. If I were married to Jason, I'd worry and ask him to come home early. Especially since he's been coming home late with me recently. Sorry for keeping Jason so late all the time. Her tone clearly showed she wasn't sorry, and I just offered a wry smile. It was months after my suspicions about Jason began. I came home to find him already there. It's rare for you to be home first. Haven't you been swamped with work lately? Yeah, I just happened to finish early today. More importantly, I have something important to tell you, Rachel. What's up? You're being so formal all of a sudden. The thing is, I want a divorce. Why? We've only been married for 2 years. I heard from someone that you has been harassing a new female employee. I can't believe you would do something like that. I'm disappointed. Aren't you going to listen to my side of the story? I saw it with my own eyes. How you were being cold to her. I don't want to hear any excuses now. Thinking back, Laura had been coming to my place often, which was annoying, and I had gently suggested she go back to her department a few times. Is that what he meant by being cold? Well, he probably won't listen now anyway. Moreover, I heard you've been seducing the department heads and managers to get favors at work. I respected how you worked, but this is just disappointing. Did the same person tell you that too? Yes. If that girl hadn't told me, I would have been deceived. That girl, of course, must be Laura. Why would he believe Laura over me, someone he's been with for nearly a decade? Anyway, I can't stay married to you any longer. Please, let's get a divorce. Okay. What, really? Yes, of course. If you don't want to stay married, there's no point in holding you back. And like that, our marriage came to an end all too easily. Later, Laura came all the way to me and said, "Rachel, is your divorce from Jason because of me? I was always with him, and I thought maybe that made you worried." No, it's not because of you. Don't worry about it. Well, but... She stayed by my side for a while, saying various things, probably wanting to assert her dominance. It was a year after divorcing Jason. I submitted my resignation letter to the company, and it was accepted. On my last day, after finishing my farewell speech in my department, Laura came to me for some reason. "Rachel, I heard you're leaving. It's going to be lonely without you here. I was worried, maybe you're quitting because you're shocked that I started dating Jason. I'm really sorry. But Jason asked me out seriously, and I couldn't say no. Oh, it's not related. Don't worry about it. But, I was wondering if it's because of something shocking that you quit after working so hard." Smiling smugly, Laura piled on the insincere words, then I said, "No, really, I don't mind. It's been a year since the divorce, and that's not a reason to quit. Honestly, I hardly ever think about Jason anymore. You don't have to act so strong. I feel sorry about what I did to you." No, it's not acting. I really don't care about Jason at all. When I repeatedly denied it calmly, she finally seemed to realize something was off. Then why are you quitting, Rachel?" "Of course, for career advancement. But I heard you're quitting because you felt uncomfortable at this workplace." "That's ridiculous. I haven't done anything wrong to feel uncomfortable here." Noticing the edge in my words, Laura's smile tightened a bit. The rumor was actually spread by my colleagues, helping me get some revenge. Honestly, I don't care about Jason or Laura, but I couldn't let things end without doing something in return. On my last day, my colleagues and I planned this little payback. It's really impressive, Rachel. Getting a job offer from a bigger company with better conditions because they admired your work, that's an honor. Indeed, the benefits are better, but what excites me more is being trusted with bigger responsibilities. Wow, you're so calm about it. I'm jealous. While I was enjoying the conversation with my colleagues, Laura interjected, "Wow, that's amazing, Rachel. But if you keep focusing on work, you might never get married. I mean, a woman's happiness is in marriage, right? And you let a wonderful husband like Jason get away, maybe you should try harder at finding someone." Feeling genuinely angry at how she could say such things with a straight face, my peers started laughing, and Laura was left blinking in confusion. "What's so funny?" "I don't think I said anything strange. It's funny you'd suggest matchmaking to Rachel. But, you need a partner first. She's saying she doesn't need one. Right, Rachel?" "That's right. I don't believe a woman's happiness is necessarily in marriage. But, by the way, I'm currently engaged." "What? Engaged? You're kidding, right?" Laura mumbled in shock, so I casually showed her the engagement ring on my ring finger. Her eyes widened in surprise. "Why? I had no idea about any of this." "Well, I wouldn't go around broadcasting it, plus my fiancé isn't someone from this company." "Wait, are you guys just lying to me? I get that you're shocked and can't get over Jason, but you don't have to make up such an obvious lie." "Rachel." Just as Laura started to suspect me, someone called out to me. "Kevin, thanks for showing up at just the right time. Was I too early?" I just wanted to properly greet everyone here. No, it's perfect timing. Let me introduce him. Everyone, this is my fiancé, Kevin. He works at the company I'm moving to. We met through work, and not only is he skilled at his job, but he's also incredibly charming and, above all, very trustworthy and reliable. Nice to meet you all. When Kevin smiled, a cheer erupted from my colleagues. Kevin, is it true you fell in love with Rachel at first sight? Yes, that's right. Of course, I love her looks, but above all, I deeply respect her attitude towards her work. Her dignified appearance while working was just stunning. Stop, you're embarrassing me. No, I'm serious. I was so captivated by her that I couldn't focus on my work afterward. It took all the courage I had to ask for her contact information. You're exaggerating. Listening to our exchange, Laura's face twisted with jealousy for a moment. However, she quickly put on a cute, sweet smile and spoke to Kevin in her sugary voice. Oh, so you're Kevin? What a wonderful name. I'm Laura, Rachel's colleague. Rachel has been incredibly kind to me, so I was hoping we could stay in touch even after she leaves the company. Would you mind exchanging contact information with me? Why would you want that? Because I want to keep being friends with Rachel, and so, I thought it'd be nice to be friends with her fiancé, Kevin, too. But if you want to be friends with Rachel, why do you need my contact information? Normally, you don't exchange contacts with a friend's boyfriend or husband. Even if Rachel allows it, I won't. I'd prefer you didn't come near either of us ever again. Oh, Rachel, what did you say to Kevin? That's so mean. I didn't do anything. Do you think I stole Jason from you? That's a misunderstanding. Misunderstanding? What do you mean? I mean, I did ask Jason for work advice and had discussions with him, but I never asked him to divorce. It seems like after spending time with me, Jason started to prefer me over Rachel and asked me out after the divorce. But that's not my fault, right? It's not like I forced him to divorce. If Jason found me more attractive than Rachel, it's just an uncontrollable situation. As Laura rattled off her excuses, Kevin let out a heavy sigh. First off, can you stop that annoying way of talking? It's irritating just listening to you. Wah! That's so mean! You say you're not at fault, but weren't you two in an affair? I don't know who initiated it, but if that was the case, both of you are equally responsible. But, that's a misunderstanding. Oh, sorry, I didn't mention it before, but I knew about your affair with Jason even before the divorce. We have proof. What? As Laura stood there with her mouth agape, I pulled out several photos and documents from my bag and handed them to her. The photos showed Laura and Jason arm in arm, kissing openly outside, entering and leaving a hotel, clear evidence that their relationship was more than just senior and junior. The documents were printouts of their message exchanges. Last night was so much fun. I can't live without Laura anymore. Me too, I want to see you right now. I wish you'd make me your wife soon. Yeah, I want to marry you soon too. Now that I know Rachel is a cold woman, I'll divorce her as soon as possible, okay? Of course. I'll wait forever for you, Jason. Their heated exchanges were obvious. You knew and still went through with the divorce? Yes, by the time he asked for a divorce, I had no love left for Jason. If he had been honest about the affair and asked for a divorce respectfully, I might have considered forgiving him. But a man who hides his affair, believes his mistress's lies, and blames me for the divorce is not someone I want. Every time I hear it, your ex-husband sounds like the worst kind of man. Plus, he's the kind of fool who gets swayed just because a younger woman seduced him. Well, I guess I'm lucky he was foolish, because it led me to meet Rachel. Kevin gave me a warm look, then suddenly turned a cold gaze towards Laura. You seem to be using your youth as a weapon, but do you realize that it will fade in a few years? I don't mind if you want to bewilder men with your youth, but please, don't lump me in with those lowbrow men. Lowbrow. Both you and Rachel's ex-husband are perfectly matched in your vulgarity. Laura was speechless at Kevin's words when Amanda added, well, Kevin isn't the type to be swayed by young women coming on to him. Of course. It's certainly because Rachel is an attractive woman, but first off, those kinds of women only have their youth going for them. Empty on the inside. It's sad, really, because when you only have youth, and it fades, young women come in every year, and eventually, you're left with nothing. I find that truly pitiful. Kevin, you're quite sharp, aren't you? As my colleagues and Kevin were talking, Laura's face turned red. Yeah, but Kevin is the heir to Clover Holdings, so I bet he's experienced his share of honey traps. Was that a personal anecdote? Clover Holdings. Oh, Laura, you know about it too? Of course. Clover Holdings is one of the top corporations in the country. That's right, Kevin is the grandson of the chairman of Clover Holdings. His father is the president of one of its subsidiaries, so it's said that Kevin is going to take over Clover Holdings. I still have a lot to learn, so I'm working at this company on a secondment. Once I feel more confident in my work, I plan to go back to my grandfather's company and have him toughen me up. Knowing Kevin's background left Laura stunned. I was quite surprised too when I first found out. What? Is it really okay for someone so important to be out in the field? No, the important one isn't me. Please, don't be so formal. I'm still a newcomer to the working world, wanting to speak directly with clients and partners to absorb various things. Seeing Kevin smile shyly made me think well of him. I never imagined that he would approach me and that we would end up getting engaged. Look, Rachel. Since Kevin came to pick you up, you're just saying goodbye today, right? Shouldn't you be leaving soon? Oh, right. So, Kevin, will you join me for the farewell rounds? Of course, that's why I came here. As Kevin and I walked away together, Laura watched silently, no longer saying anything. Kevin, I'm sorry for dragging you into my past like this. No, it's totally okay. Actually, I wanted to do this. I don't like using my position, but I'm grateful for my grandfather's name this time. That girl, reacting so visibly to both your appearance and background, was exactly as expected. I almost laughed. Kevin and I shared a laugh before heading off to say our goodbyes to those we were indebted to. After finishing our rounds and stepping outside, I checked my phone to find a mountain of missed calls. Even as I checked, the calls kept coming in non-stop. The callers were Jason and some unknown numbers. Probably the unknown numbers were Laura, I guessed. Just then, a call from Jason came in, and I pressed the answer button. Hello, Jason? Long time no speak, what's up? How can you just say what's up? You've been spreading rumors about me, haven't you? Jason's voice on the phone was angry, but he kept his volume quite low. He was likely calling from somewhere inside the company, ensuring no one would overhear. Rumors? What are you talking about? About me and Laura. Oh, so not rumors but the truth? Well, I haven't said anything, though. Lies. Suddenly, all these strange rumors started circulating today. It's definitely your doing. Strange rumors? Yeah, about how Laura and I were having an affair before the divorce, and that she stole me away. Well, that's not a strange rumor, it's just the fact. No, that's a misunderstanding. Sure, we got together right after the divorce, but it was just the timing. No need for poor excuses. I've already told Laura too, but we have plenty of evidence. What do you mean by that? You should ask Laura to show you some of the evidence I gave her. Of course, what I gave her is just a fraction of what I have, so discarding it won't make much difference. Why didn't you mention any of this when you asked for a divorce? That's sneaky of you. Wow, so you have an affair, quietly get divorced, and then, when you find out there's evidence, you call me sneaky? You must be quite the character. Oh, a wonderful person wouldn't have an affair in the first place, right? Especially not one who shifts the blame onto others despite being at fault. Jason fell silent at my sarcasm. The anger from that time was bubbling up again. I thought I was over it, but apparently, some anger still remained. So? What did you want from calling me? Well, about that time. I was wrong. I panicked seeing Rachel being better at work than me. Hearing about you seducing the managers, I felt almost happy. But thinking about it calmly, that makes no sense. It was all your ability, but I got jealous. And about bullying Laura, I made assumptions without hearing your side. I'm sorry for what happened back then. Really, I'm sorry. Being apologized to doesn't change the facts. You hid your affair and blamed me for the divorce. Well, that's true, but there's no need to bring it up now. But I haven't said anything, have I? Then why did the rumors start spreading? I haven't said a word. But our colleagues might have. What? What do you mean? You went around blaming the divorce on me, didn't you? But you know, hardly anyone believed it from the start. At least, all of our colleagues knew the truth. So, in the end, you did talk to everyone. Don't get it twisted. The first ones to tell me you might be having an affair were our peers. Even if I hadn't said anything, you were already under suspicion. And they helped me gather evidence. So, the peers took those evidential photos and saw all the message exchanges. What? People get mad when you're unfair to someone they're close to. Of course, if I had done something bad to you, they would have scolded me, but this time you're entirely at fault, so it's what you deserve. In fact, I'd say you should be thankful. What should I be thankful for in this situation? Think about it. Why didn't the rumors spread until now? That's because I asked everyone to keep quiet. I was planning to switch jobs for career advancement anyway, but I didn't know when that would be. I didn't want to make things awkward until then, so I asked everyone not to talk about the divorce reason. Yet, you freely spoke about things convenient for you. I thought you'd keep quiet out of guilt for deceiving me, but you weren't thinking at all. I really had trouble with a few people who believed you. So, why today? Because I resigned. My request was to keep quiet until I left the company. Once I resigned, that promise was null. There's no reason for them to cover for you anymore. Good luck. Hey. Oh, and of course, I'll be claiming alimony. From your beloved Laura, too. Why now? Don't you know? Even if we're divorced, alimony can be claimed. It's a rightful claim. I told you clearly before. If you ever had an affair, I'd claim alimony. You're like a devil. Whatever you think of me doesn't bother me at all. Maybe you should reflect on your own actions. Anyway, I'm hanging up now. I didn't wait for Jason's response and hung up, then immediately set his number to block. I didn't answer the other unknown number, and sent a text message saying, "For details, please ask your beloved Jason," and blocked that number too. Finally, I feel relieved. Now I can focus on my work. Don't forget about me, Rachel. Yes, of course. Kevin and I shared a laugh. Later, I heard from our colleagues that Jason had a pretty rough time. After confronting them, Jason was rebuffed with, Why should we listen to you? We all knew the truth without you saying anything. You're the one who spread lies about the divorce first. If you hadn't said anything, neither Rachel nor we would have said anything. We're doing this for Rachel's honor, so blame yourself, and it seems Jason is now being looked at coldly. Furthermore, the rumors reached the upper management, and it seems Jason was demoted for getting involved with a female employee he was supposed to mentor. Now, he's trying to do his job while being avoided by female employees, and it appears he's quite isolated, leading to rumors that he might even quit. As for Laura, she was called in by the upper management just like Jason and tried to charm her way out of it, but it didn't work, and she left the company in a huff, as one of my colleagues told me with a laugh. When I officially demanded alimony, it caused another commotion. Jason was the cause, so he should be the one to pay, right? No, you're the one who came onto me. Lying through your teeth. If it weren't for you, I could have built a happy home. Wow, you happily went along with it, and now you're saying this? You're so petty. And you're not as competent at work as I thought. I should have gone with someone else. What? And it seems they had this argument at the company, and a few days later, the two of them broke up. Laura apparently left the company. At first, I thought Laura was like a plague, but looking back, maybe Jason was the real plague, and Laura was the savior who drove him away from me.